Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying out the viral water effect ombre nails. I have been seeing this everywhere and I cannot wait to come here and try it with you guys. So we're just going to jump right into today's video. I did go ahead and pick out some of the items that I will be needing. I do have this jelly color from makartt. I have a no wipe top coat. We will need plenty of that. I also have this color from Kiara Sky, which is called Snow Bunny, and I actually did end up replacing that white just because it didn't end up working. I did decide to use polygel for this one. I do have a clear and a nude polygel from makartt, which is called French press. We will need a art palette and then some of these tools here, like a dotting tool, cleanup brush, and an applicator brush. So let's just go ahead and jump right into prepping my nails. So I'm going to start out by using Kiara Sky's new small mandrel drill bit to file around my cuticle and just remove the shine from my natural nail beds. This has been such a game changer. I absolutely love it. I love the small size of it. It really does feel more precise when getting around the cuticle area. I did unbox it in one of my last two videos. I will leave it in the or try to leave both videos down below for you guys to check out. If you want to hear more about this new release from Kiara Sky, those videos will be down below. But for now, I'm just going to go around my cuticle area and remove that shine from my natural nail beds. So once I did that, this is how the nails are looking. Off camera, I remove all of the dust and apply my peel off base coat, which I'm not going to explain here just in case it confuses some of you guys. If you want your nails to last, do not consider trying a peel off base coat. It is only for if you practice a lot or film a lot of content or you don't want the nails to last as long. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick out my nail sizes. These are the tips I always use. I am so obsessed with these. These are the 3XL square no C curve from craftsxnine. They're always linked down below in my frequently used products. Once I picked out my sizes, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply them using my Kiara Sky Stick It nail glue. So now that I got the nails applied, I'm going to take my nail tip cutter and cut them down to my desired length. I didn't want them to be short or a medium length. I wanted them to be long but not the entire nail. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit past the number on the tip, and I feel like this was a good length for me and this design to try out. Once I'm done cutting them down, I did decide to remove the shine from the nail tips. This is not really something I do a lot, but for some reason I always seem to do it whenever I do long polygel nails. Now I'm just going to go ahead and remove that dust. You want to make sure none of the dust is left on the nails. It can really mess up your application. Before I go in with that water effect design, I'm going to go ahead and apply a base coat to my entire nail. And the reason for this is because I wanted to smooth out some of those ridges within my nail, because after filing away the shine, it left a lot of scratches behind. So I just didn't want that to show or affect how the water design looked. So once I do apply the base coat, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds and then we can get into finally starting this design. So now I'm going to be starting off with this blue jelly gel polish from makartt, and this is a part of their jelly collection. I had this for a while, and this was so perfect that I had this because I didn't want to try to make my own just because I felt like it wouldn't work right. But to start off this design, you want to go in with the jelly blue gel polish on the tips of the nails. You don't really have to focus close to the cuticle because that part is going to be covered up anyway unless you decide to do the full nail with the water effect. But I do feel like they look so much better with an ombre. So once I applied that, got it all smooth, I'm going to go ahead and cure this for 30 seconds. And now for the water effect part, you do need some clear and a white gel polish. I did show you guys I had a white from Kiara Sky, and if you know anything about Kiara Sky's gel polishes, is that they are like really thin, so that polish itself was already like a milky white. And for some reason, whenever I mixed it and applied it to my nails, it just kept like separating, and I just couldn't figure out why. So I did end up switching my white to the white gel polish from craftsxnine. As you saw, I mixed it with a little bit of clear gel polish just to create a more of a milky white color. And then I went ahead and put it over that blue jelly polish. But with this, to get the water effect, you are not going to cure that white polish that you just put on there. You're going to leave it wet so it allows the clear to spread out and create the water effect. So on my nail palette, I did have another space for some clear. Now taking this dotting tool, I'm just going to be adding the clear polish and like little droplets just all over that area. This is not my first attempt at this design, so I did try this prior to this day I'm actually filming this, and it was a total disaster. I did try it with acrylic and my ombre was not turning out right. I had problems with the water effect, so I just popped them off and I tried the next day, which is this video here you guys are watching. So one thing I did learn about my previous set is that you have to let the water droplets like spread out, because if not, they're gonna look too round, and that was my problem with the first design. It just didn't look right to me. So once you do apply the droplets, you don't want to cure it right away. You want to give it time to spread out and just create that really natural water effect, or whatever you want to call it. Also, I did go ahead and wipe off the first attempt I tried on this nail because I felt like the white was a little too white. So I did try again, and this is what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but yeah, this is what we have. Again, I did let it bloom out a little bit and then I cured it for 30 seconds. Now that we got that one out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and complete the rest of the nails. Sometimes if I'm not sure how a design is gonna turn out, I like to try it on one nail first before I continue over all of my nails. And with all of the trial and error I've experienced with trying to get this video done for you guys, I kind of know what I need to do to make it turn out how I want it to. So the blue, it was nothing wrong with the blue. It's more so with the white that you add on top of the blue, and also how you put down the dots. Like, I feel like there's a certain technique, even though people just put like dots and it works out so perfect for them. With me, it's never the case. I have to like do things a little bit different in order for it to turn out how I want it to be. So now that we got this blue cured, again, I'm going to go in with this milky white color. And I did end up muting the white just a little bit more, just because remember on the first nail it was too white. I had to wipe it off and try it again. I feel like that's also going to play a lot into how your design turns out. You want this white to be a very subtle hint of white. If it is too white, it's not going to look right and it will throw your design all the way off. So like I'm doing here, you just want it to be just a tad tint of white. So once I finished applying this, I did add more clear to my palette, and with the dotting tool, I'm just going to start creating my water droplets. So like I was mentioning, I felt like I had to do mine a little bit different because I did end up watching a tutorial before this, and I was seeing a lot of tutorials already, and whenever they did theirs, they just end up putting a lot of dots and it was just like magically perfect. But for me, I feel like the droplets turned out better whenever I applied bigger like beads of them, and for some of them you see me kind of pulling it to the side, and that is going to create a more abnormal shape instead of like a circle, because once you do allow it to spread out, it's just gonna like follow the gravity, if that makes sense. But yeah, I did feel like that turned out a lot better for me other than creating circles. Also, you want to make sure that you give these enough space to blend out, because if you have so many droplets near each other, it's not going to be able to spread out properly. So if you do try this design out and it's not turning out right, just make sure that you don't have them super close together, and make sure that they are big enough to spread out. So my process of thinking here is, since I do have to let them bloom, I just went ahead and started doing them all at the same time. So I'm gonna work without curing them, and it worked out well for my middle and index nail, just because like while I was going on to the next nails, that previous nail was having time to spread out and become very nice with the water effect. And by the time I got to my pinky, or finish up my pinky, I realized that I didn't want my middle nail and my ring finger to spread out anymore. So me having to wait for my pinky nail to be done, I would have to like wait extra seconds, and I didn't want it to look super spread out. So I just went ahead and wiped that off, went ahead and cured my middle and ring finger, and then went in with the water effect on my pinky nail, allowed it some time to spread out, and then went ahead and cured it. And I just think these turned out so amazing compared to my first try. I wish I took pictures of it so you can see like then and now. And I also feel like they were harder to see on camera, so here's just another angle in the sunlight. And I just think these look so good. Like honestly, I can picture the bottom of a swimming pool of the water just like rippling. And yeah, I just love how this turned out so far. So now to add on the ombre, and I'm so glad I ended up going with polygel, because for some reason the acrylic was so much harder to do. Usually I work with acrylic a lot better, but I think it's because I was focusing on trying to make this design so perfect to where I was just like getting to myself and I was just overthinking it. But now I'm trying it with polygel and it turned out so much better. And as you guys know, I do love makartt's polygel like a lot. The consistency is so perfect. So the color I'm going to be using is called French Press, and this was so pretty to use. I think this is my first time actually using this color. If you're interested, I will have it linked down below. And also remember, I do have a discount code that you can use with makartt. And to do the ombre, I'm just putting a bead on my natural nail beds, making sure to seal in that cuticle first. So before I blend anything down, I do like to situate my cuticle, and that just helps with the extra product, so I'm not trying to pull it back up towards the cuticle and make it really bumpy. So when I put the bead, I make sure to situate the cuticle, make sure it's not on my skin, and then for the excess polygel, I start to blend it down and create the ombre. To create the ombre, it's easier if you add pressure to it, so that way it thins out evenly. It's super easy doing ombres for polygel. For the nails, I thought it went too far down. I just went ahead and swiped it off and just blend it down more, just so that it has an even ombre. And honestly, I didn't think my ombres were good enough, but once I finished the entire set, I absolutely love them. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes of this video, and I'm just going to let you guys enjoy this part. This is a quicker video compared to the ones I've been uploading. I know you guys like the longer videos, but it's so much easier to put out shorter videos because it takes me so much time trying to do the voiceover. So yeah, I really appreciate that this design didn't take long at all for me to do. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys finish up watching this part. If you are enjoying today's video so far, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave the water wave emoji down below. So once I got my ombres done, this is how the nails are looking. Now it's time to encapsulate. Also, I don't have my thumb done because I'm saving it for a reel for Instagram. So I'm gonna do that later once I finish this part of the video. But now it's time to encapsulate this design. Since we do have an ombre, we need to build up more of that structure. I'm gonna be focusing the clear more on the tips of the nails, just slightly going up with the clear for my like apex area. And besides, I don't like thick nails anyway, so them being more on the thinner side was okay with me. And again, I love makartt's polygel. They are my favorite brand when it comes to polygels, and this clear is just the most clearest polygel I have ever seen. It's the one I love to work with, and this was actually like hiding somewhere in my nail room. I had thought I completely ran out, but recently I kind of moved some stuff around and I found it, and I was just so happy that I had this. Yeah, this is my first time using this brand new tube. It's easier and so much better when you use a fresh tube of clear. That way it doesn't have air bubbles with you trying to squeeze it out. And you guys will see the clarity of this polygel once I finish this design. So if you are looking for a clear polygel with nice thick consistency, makartt's clear is the way to go. And again, I do have a discount code that you guys can use. It will be down below along with my affiliate link. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys finish watching up me encapsulate the nails. This part was super repetitive, super simple, self-explanatory. So I will be back once I am done encapsulating all of my nails. So now that I'm done encapsulating, I also went ahead and filed shape and buff off camera, and this is how the nails are looking. I just absolutely love how this look. Like, I haven't even wiped them off or applied any top coat, and I just know they're gonna look so bomb with a clear top coat. Before I go in with the clear top coat, I am just gonna make sure I wipe them down before I go in with my top coat, because I'm not going to be adding anything else to these nails. Although I did want to try to add the hibiscus flower, but I wanted to save it for a different design. I feel like I'm kind of repeating my nail designs, so I just wanted to like save it for a totally different nail design. But yeah, I went ahead and make sure I completely wipe these clear with a lint-free wipe and some alcohol, and now I'm going to go in with the top coat. The top coat I'm using is a glossy non-white top coat from Kiara Sky, and it works really good. It's super glossy. I love the consistency of it. And again, all of these products will be linked down below for you guys to check out. So while I was adding my top coat, I was so focused on my nails just because I was just loving how it turned out. But whenever I looked up at my phone again, it said it ran out of storage, so I didn't even get the clips where I added my cuticle oil or finished top coating it, curing it, none of that. But just know that I did add my cuticle oil and rub that in, and this is how the nails are looking. I just think these nails turned out so great, like beyond what I could imagine they turned out. Like, they look so good. Like, I honestly can't even say nothing else because I was just like doubting myself at first. It didn't really look like much when I was in the process of doing them. I was just like, how can others make theirs look so nice but mine isn't turning out right? So just a reminder, if your first nail don't look right, finish the whole set first and then it will all come together, because that is exactly how mine did. And I am so obsessed with these. Like, I couldn't even imagine a better set doing this water trend. And like I said, I can just imagine the bottom of a pool, like the water, like it just looks so good, y'all. I cannot explain the excitement. This design was super easy and very beginner friendly. I just know this will look so nice paired with a summer beach themed nail set. Maybe you can add some white, like the waves in the ocean, add the bubble effect. And yeah, I just love these so much. So yeah, that concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think of today's set and how it turned out. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.